Hello, everybody. What is up? It's Coach Cam back for another week of Premier League betting. So we had a little bit of a break. We're at the international break. Some great goals, some amazing games. Loved it. Some a little bit of drama here and there with the COVID, with some players here and there, but it was great to have a little bit of a break. And I know the players definitely, I guess some players had a little bit of break from the Premier League. Some didn't really have a break. We're right into international duty, but it's fine. So 2 weeks ago, ended up being +2. So if you did follow 2 weeks, did win you a couple bucks here and there, a little bit of a toonie for Canadian if you're an American viewer, then a couple of other bills. But I'm back to winning some money. Some big talking points. Just want to bring this up. If you are in the fantasy Premier League as much as the betting, you know that there's been some pretty big signings right when the transfer deadline window was hitting. We had Ronaldo going to United after I thought he was coming to City. A little bit disappointed, but it's kind of nice to see him back where he started at United, and he's back, and the fans love him, and he are breaking jersey sales already. So you love to see it. We had a couple other strikers. We had Solomon Rondon coming back to the Prem after the monster when he was at Newcastle. So I'm so happy to see him playing. You had Hwang Hee-chan go to Wolves. Maybe that might be a dual ship between him and Jimenez. Maybe I might give Jimenez a little bit of a break here and there because he hasn't scored yet. A little bit more of a dynamic younger player, so that's great. You also have players like Lickman coming back to the Prem after getting relegated. He's on Leicester. You had Vlasic, who is on West Ham now, I'm pretty sure. You had some changes with, I'm pretty sure Zuma went on as well. And yeah, it's been pretty good. Dan James went to Leeds. So a couple transfers here and there. And yeah, I'm just super excited for the Prem to be back this week and ready to make some bets. So let's begin. A lot of great games this week. A couple interesting games. I know there's some that spring to mind are the Brentford Brighton game. That one looks a little juicy. I feel like that one's gonna have a ton of goals in it. You also have the West Ham game. That game is going to be a lot of fun, I think. You have Burnley playing Everton. You have Spurs playing Crystal Palace, I believe. Oh, Crystal Palace also big signing brought in, and I think it's going to be an absolute game changer for their team. So good job, Patrick Vieira, if you're listening for whatever reason. Well done, because I absolutely bashed you last time for being a shit manager. He brought in Hudson and Ward, so that's a pretty big signing. I know fellow podcaster Keegan Ezra knows that Hudson and Ward was a hot topic in Football Manager 2020. So hopefully he's going to be a hot topic in the Premier League. So good job, Patrick Vieira. But yeah, let's get into some betting though. Enough with the transfers, enough with all this other nonsense. First bet. We have Spurs playing Crystal Palace. I have Spurs winning. I'm picking Spurs only because they're plus money, which I thought was a little bit surprising. I just actually had a little bit of a boast about Crystal Palace and Vieira signing the striker, but I don't think it's going to be enough to beat Spurs. Kane is staying. Kane is back. Son has been on fire for the first couple games. They look pretty good. They signed Emerson. He's going to be a pretty sick right back, I think. They still have Romero coming back, but I know he was one of the players with the drama about COVID regulations when he went to go play with Argentina. So I don't know if he's playing or not, but they still look pretty solid. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for that game, but I'm picking Spurs to win. I'm also going to pick West Ham to win. I think that West Ham is also at plus money. They're looking pretty good. And after drawing, I'm pretty sure 2 weeks ago, being ahead and drawing and losing me money, not losing me money, losing me a bet. I was positive 2 weeks ago. I think they're going to come back a little stronger. And they do have Kurt Zuma coming in the back, which I think will be a little more stability and strength over players like Craig Dawson. Come on. So picking those two, I'm going to parlay them together. $5 pays $23.75. So I'm pretty happy about that one. Next bet I'm going to be doing is the Everton Burnley game. I'm actually going to pick a draw because Everton, good team. Burnley, they're also a pretty good team. But with Everton, you have, I think, a lot of good attacking talent. They also brought in a striker. I'm pretty sure Rondon's playing for Everton, I think. Don't quote me on that. I remember them seeing they brought somebody in. And They have already covered Lewin. They have Richarlison. They have a couple other good, great players. But Burnley's been looking pretty good and pretty sound defensively as well, not conceding as many goals like we know Burnley is. And with Chris Wood leading the front line, it's going to be tough and they also signed Cornet actually from the French league. So maybe he'll be a little bit of a spark for Burnley. But I still think it's going to be kind of a boring game, the Everton Burnley one. I think it's going to be a good boring game. If that even makes any sense. I don't even know if you can have. It's not going to be a bad boring game. It's going to be a good one. But I have them drawn. Maybe it's going to be one. I actually would probably predict 1-1. I'm putting $5, pays 18.75. So we'll see about that. Next one was a little bit of a longer shot, but we'll see. We have Brentford playing Brighton. That game I think is going to be amazing. I actually think it's going to be 5+ goals. 3-2 would be amazing. 4-1. 5-0 would be great too, honestly. But yeah, but I have Brentford edging Brighton a little bit. Something about Brentford, Ivan Toney, I think it's Canos, Sergi Canos, Biomu. They're just looking pretty good. And I think they kind of remind me of the Sheffield, their first season when they came in. Something about them. And I think they're going to edge Brighton a little bit here. Brighton, they've been looking unreal. They've been finally kind of finding a little bit of scoring talent in, but I don't know. I just think that's something about this Brentford team. It's looking good, and I'm really excited to watch them play. I think it's going to be a goal scoring game, but I have them, and I'm also parlaying them with another newly promoted team, Norwich, over Arsenal, which was a pretty big one, but I don't know. Norwich is not I don't think they've won yet. And they're due a win. They're due some points, at least. And they're going to beat one of these teams. And I think it's going to be Arsenal. I think Arsenal's not the best. They didn't really have that many. No, they have none. No good signings this window, which kind of sucks. But yeah, and they've been looking awful. I don't like Arsenal at all. I don't like Arteta actually at all, to be honest. Even like when he was at City, every time he spoke to Pep, I just was like, Pep, don't even listen. This guy's just an idiot. But yeah, I'm picking Norwich, I'm picking Brentford, and we're going to parlay both them. 5 pays 96.25. And then last but not least, I definitely had to do a goal scoring one. So I have my boy Romelu Lukaku for Chelsea. He's definitely gonna be able to slip one past Aston Villa, hopefully. Every time I watch Lukaku, I'm in awe on how dominant he is. He still is. He was dominant when he played for West Brom. He was pretty dominant with Everton. Well, he was. He started at Chelsea, then went to United. Didn't have the best spell at United, but that's usually what happens to every player that goes to United. So then he left, went to the Italian league, and was an absolute monster for Inter for 2 seasons. Now he's back, and like the way he's able to receive the ball back to net and turn players is unbelievable. And he has when he was on Everton, it's like a 4-minute YouTube video. For any listeners, if you guys are just like ready for bets, then skip over it for the next 2 minutes, and then go straight to my last bet. But if you're interested, it's a 4-minute video with him and Jimmy Carragher, and he explains to Jamie how when he gets the ball in a certain position with his back to net, to able to roll a defender, no defender in the world can stop him. And I'm 100% with him on that. He's just unbelievable with his back to net. He's unbelievable. He's definitely scoring a goal. I have him. I also have him parlayed with, and obviously void if not starting. Of course, always void. And then I have him with Raul Jimenez. He's due. He has to score sometime. There's no way, or he's not going to play. And I'm a little bit optimistic for this bet because Jimenez is on one of my fantasy teams. I drafted him and I was like, he's going to be pretty good. So I'm really hoping he can produce. I also have Lukaku on my fantasy team too. So it'll be a win-win if they both can put one in, but I also have them both. And 5 pays 20. So obviously vote if not starting, but he's due a goal. Wolves have been really good attacking wise. So I'm pretty excited to watch them play. and they play Watford. So hopefully he can sneak one by. So Lukaku, Jimenez, 5 pays 20 point if not starting. And that's it. 4 bets, $5 each, $20 in total. Yeah, I'm really optimistic about the Lukaku Jimenez one. I think they're both capable of scoring. Obviously, they're both pretty skilled in that department, and they have really good matchups this week. And if that hits, then you're making your money back. And then the other one that I'm really optimistic is the Spurs West Ham parlay. I think that's a really good one to really put some money in. The Norwich Brentford that's a little far fetched in terms of a safer betting, but yeah, I think that Norwich is due an absolute win, and they shocked City. They shot 2 years ago, or 3 seasons ago, I guess now. They shocked even Liverpool. They almost had them there when they were promoted 3 seasons ago. And Brentford is just looking like a Sheffield, or like kind of like Leeds last year, where they're going to finish mid-table. So I think that they can really take it to Brighton and show Brighton that they're going to be a more dominant force, that mid-table team, even pushing up more so than Brighton. And yeah, so those are the 4 bets, $5 each. And as usual, stay safe. Bet safer, of course. And I'm going to be very excited to watch these games this weekend, and hopefully I can win some money and my viewers and fans can win some money too. But that is it. I'll see everybody next week, or hopefully on the weekend we can do a little recap together. Peace.